Hello Twin Flames, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for liking, subscribing and all the wonderful comments and feedback you leave me. And thank you for the questions that I receive, and I'm going to answer one right now. So, somebody said, what about age gaps? Big age gaps within twin flame dynamics. How does this work? And, this is a little bit hard for me to actually sit here and talk about because I was a bit blown away when this message came in, when this question came in, because that is my situation, And I don't really want to go into personal details on YouTube about me, but the angels are saying this is part of your life path, Liz. This is your journey. People can resonate with you because of what you're going through. So I know that I have to leave the ego behind and really embrace this path. And sometimes it's talking about things that are very close to the heart. So if you're in an age gap relationship with your twin flame, then I feel you, because that's my situation, And the angels want me to really get across how important it is that you know that you're not going mad. There's nothing wrong with you. It's not in your head. It's a spiritual connection. It is real. So let me just put your mind at rest first of all there, take a deep breath and sigh of relief and know you're not alone. And for me it was hard because I thought, if I ever meet a twin flame, if I ever meet my twin flame and, there's an age gap, I always thought that I would be the younger one and the masculine would be older and therefore be able to lead and guide me. But the universe will always throw in curveballs. So what did the universe do? Threw me a huge curveball in and made my divine masculine far younger than me. And, you may wonder how old I am because I know that I act young and look young, and I'm nearly 43, And there's a huge age gap between me and my masculine. So I really do feel that. And, sometimes there's an age gap in mental years. So, if your twin is around the same age as you, but they feel miles away from you with maturity, it's because that's their life lesson. So they may be on the same physical age as you, but there's a huge gap in their spiritual maturity or in their actual maturity, and that's part of the lesson that needs to be learned. However, if there's an actual big age gap, it's because, things in society need to be learnt first as well. So it's about how your twin deals with all that. There's obviously a lot of differences in the same technology and ways of thinking and support systems, and the way that they see things will be far different than the way you see things, because if you're the older twin, you've experienced a lot of life that they haven't yet. So it's about patience on this journey with huge age gaps. And you have to remember, and I know you know this anyway, I'm just kind of telling you the truth that you already know. You are already the same spiritual age. You're the same spiritual age, You're the same soul age. But in the physical, you've come down to learn different life lessons. And usually, if you're the older twin, the older physical twin, then you're learning patience. You have to be patient because you can't make your masculine wake up to things until they are ready. They have to experience life lessons. They have to go through karmic partners. They have to experience soul teachers, and that was hard for me to grasp because, when I met my twin, he was very pure, very pure because of the age difference. And obviously I'd been around the block a bit, and I was kind of trying to speak to him and, entice things to come out of him spiritually and emotionally that he wasn't ready for, because, and he kept saying, I'm young, you're talking to me like I'm your age. But for me, obviously because of the same soul age, and I could see that and feel that on every level, it was hard for me to actually come into physical and see him for the age that he actually is, the age he was at the time. So that was a big learning curve, and that was part of the reason that we went into separation, because I was trying to make him understand things and see things and feel things that he actually wasn't ready for. And he has to see those things and feel those things and experience those things with other people through soul teachers, through karmic partners. And, you know, a big part of my journey is about healing jealousy. And that was hard for me to swallow. It was hard because, you know, I was jealous of these people that he was all of a sudden spending time with. And I wanted to be that person that he still came to, you know, that person that he trusted. And, you know, and because I was wanting that went away. And then, you know, he wasn't trusting me. He thought that there was an agenda, and, you know, there was nothing like that from my end, but I can understand now how he could see it that way. So it's really a big lesson of patience and understanding and compassion, and just keeping the faith if you're in an age gap relationship and your twin flame is younger and they just closed throat chakra, because there's going to be so much misunderstanding with it, you know. You're going to feel misunderstood. There you go, like you can't speak properly. You're going to feel like you can't even communicate your words properly, like that, you know. They're saying no matter what you say and how you say it, it will still be misunderstood, because you can only see things and understand things from your level of perception, from your level of awareness. And, you know, the masculines, when they are very young in the physical, they aren't, you know, they don't understand these things yet. They've got no experience of spirituality. They've got no understanding of the universe and the law of attraction and angels, and they'll feel it. They know it deep inside. And, you know, with my twin flame, he was very in tune at one point with all of that. But then as things started to change and he needed to learn the life lessons he needed to learn, when we were about to go into separation, I felt that energy change, and I knew he was losing that part of himself. It was going further within. It was being buried underneath all the ego and the worries and the fears, and, you know, it was all too overwhelming. So he shut that door. And because he shut that door, he went down the road of masking it with alcohol and, you know, other people and toxic situations and things no longer serving, and then he fell off the path. So, you know, he was kind of on the path to success and bringing everything he desired in, but because he was a masculine, he went down the wrong road and he had to learn the hard way, you know. And that's what happens. And the angels are saying, you know, he didn't really fall off the path, Liz. He went down a different road, you know, because there are no mistakes on this journey, only lessons. And we need to realise and understand that. So if you're dealing with a big age gap and you're a feminine and you're the older twin, it's because you're learning patience and compassion and understanding. And usually there'll be some form of like jealousy or something in there that gets triggered when they are spending time with other people, and that needs healing. And that's really kind of where I am on this journey right now, you know. But I've healed a lot of that over the last 6 months or so. You know, I've healed a lot of that, and I've calmed down and let go, you know. And when you let go and allow things to happen, then you know that if there's an age gap, they've got to learn their lessons first. And it doesn't matter how old you are. If you're in your 40s, 50s, 60s or 70s, you know, and your masculine is younger, do not fear the journey. Do not fear. I know there's a lot of worry about you know, transitioning. And will you be on the other side, you know? You've got to just release it and let go. If you're meant to be with your twin in union in this lifetime, then you will be in union in this lifetime. But nobody can answer that question, because it's up to the divine. It's up to the divine, and it's up to your higher self and the masculine's higher self. And, you know, nobody, the angels are saying they can't answer that question, because it depends on the journey. Only the divine, only the creator has the power to know if you will align with your twin in real, true, authentic union in this lifetime. So I don't firmly believe that any reader can tell you that information, because it's a soul journey. And that's why I keep saying all the time, if you want to know if this is real, if you want to know if this is your twin, don't pay hundreds of pounds to a person with an ego to give you guidance that may or may not be right. Ask the angels, ask the divine. You've got that connection with source energy. Ask them to show you clear signs. And I do that all the time, and I get reassured all the time that this is real. And my twin flame, may think that I'm crazy or weird or sketchy or all of these things, but at one point he completely knew it was the authentic truth. They've just buried it away. And your twin, your masculine, will know that too. So if you're in an age gap relationship, then, breathe easy, because you're learning so much on a soul level. And, it isn't about sexual love. It isn't. It's about deep, beautiful soul healing love, unconditional love that comes from a place within, And if you're looking at your masculine, if you're a lot older and you're looking at your masculine thinking, what? Why? How? I do that. I look at my masculine and I think, why? 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 Why have you given me this lesson? And I even said this to him at one point, I don't understand it, But it's a connection that can't be broken. It's a feeling unlike any other. There's just that bond there, and you can't break that bond no matter what. It doesn't matter what they look like in the physical. It doesn't matter how young they are in the physical. It doesn't matter, And obviously what I'm saying is they have to be legal age, obviously. The angels would never do that, by the way. You need to realise that the universe would never put you into a situation that would cause you actual harm. So, there's never these if you've got an age gap, it will always be of age, of legal age. There'd never be anything there that would cause harm to you or to your twin. I need to get that across. It's very important that. So if there's a 20-year gap, however long, how big the gap is, the angels will always make sure that it's authentic truth. So you'll meet your twin, when they are legal age or above. You need to realise that, they'd never put you in harm's way, because it's a spiritual connection. It's a love connection, So if you're in a big age gap, and I'm going to talk on another video about other things like values and religion and disabilities and countries apart and all these things, but I really thought I needed to talk about age gaps because somebody messaged me about it, and because it's such a big thing for me, and obviously the angels are saying you need to talk about it to heal it. So if your masculine is younger, then you are learning patience, compassion, understanding, and you are healing all the things inside you that need to be healed. So just work on you, focus on you. And if you're in a big age gap relationship and you're the feminine, then you will have a spiritual reason for being here. Amazing how they keep throwing in all these sounds. There's a lot of DIY going on over the weekend. So if you hear a lot of sawing or banging or anything going on in the background, the angels are telling me to just carry on regardless. So, I'm not even going to mention it anymore. If you hear it going on, it's because you know that it's just a trigger, a curveball, something thrown in to try and knock you off your path. And you have to stay true to this journey, And sometimes being in separation is a good thing because it allows both flames to work on the self. And, if you're a feminine with an age gap relationship and in separation right now, like me, then it's an opportunity to work on self, to really tune into your psychic side and your spiritual talents and gifts, and really get things moving for you. I hope this helps. I'm not going to ramble on forever, but that's the real truth coming from above. So have a beautiful day, and I'll see you soon.